Folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm finally back out fishing after a long winter at home, and as you can see, the sun is absolutely blazing. The weather's absolutely lovely for 6th of March, something like that, and the weather's absolutely beautiful. So I'm down at Bluebells. I've not been out fishing since probably October time, October, November I think it was, when I was down here last time on the opposite side of the lake when I fished next to Rob Burgess. So yeah, come down today. I'm absolutely delighted to be back out. The weather looks absolutely bang on for it. Still a bit cold at night time, but in the daytime we've got the beautiful sun. So I'm expecting the fish to be in the upper layers, and so I might throw out a couple of zigs in a little while. I had a walk round, didn't really see much showing, but I decided that the wind's going to be pushing in here for the next few days, and this is a little bit shallow, so I'm expecting the fish to be hopefully pushing this end. This morning, bait boat or the deeper wouldn't work properly, so at the moment I don't really know what I'm fishing over. I've chucked the 3 rods out into somewhat shallow areas where I think there might be fish, until I can sort out the deeper. Once I've sorted that out, then I'll find some proper spots. I might just go 1 rod on the deck and then maybe 2 zigs, and that's it. The dog's with me. We've got no visitors on this trip, literally just me on my own for 3 nights, and we're hoping that we can pull something out. My guess is going to be on a zig in the upper layers, but we'll see. I'm hoping if this wind picks up a little bit, the fish will push into that little shelf, if you like, and hopefully pick up a little bit of bait. I'm using minimal bait. I'm on the OG fruit and nut 10 millers, and I've probably put in about 10 freebies around the hook bait. Yellow OG, I think it's a yellow OG fish pop-up on there. Yeah, so 3 pop-ups, all the same ones. 1 to my left, 1 to the middle, and 1 slightly to the right. And then, as I say, once I've sorted out the deeper, then we'll sort out some proper spots. But that's it for now. I'm going to go in and have a quick coffee. It took me a while to set up, and then I'll catch up with you a little bit later and let you know what else is happening. Catch you in a bit. Well, I am all set up now. I managed to get the deeper working. For some reason it's not working on the tablet, but it's working on my phone. So had a little bit of a switch up. Middle rod and right rod, both on zigs. 1 on a 6-foot zig, 1 on an 8-foot zig. And I sent the boat out probably about 40 yards, and it drops off 10 foot, and then it drops off even more a little bit further out. So I'm probably in about 14 foot of water with those zigs, and the left hand rod, stuck it over to the left. As it drops down off the shelf, it stays at 10 foot, looks like a bit of a clean spot, and I've put a very small amount of bait, bit of corn, bit of the OG fruit and nut, and dropped it down. Yeah, so I'm all set. I can sit and relax now. The dog's having a walk around, having a sniff about, and it's time to relax. So yeah, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Bezza. Welcome to Bezza's Carp channel. If you like fishing videos, that sort of thing, please click on the subscribe, like the video. It really does help me building the channel, and it takes a lot of time to make these videos, so I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and like the video. Thank you very much. And those to all the old people who have been on here before, welcome back. It's great to be back out, and it's nice to be in a t-shirt. I'm sure the temperatures are going to drop a little bit later, and we're looking at probably 1 degree overnight, probably down to 0, but we'll still be nice and warm, and hopefully winkle a fish or 2 out. So yeah, rods are out. I'm well happy, and I'm going to kick back now, enjoy the sun, and hopefully if I get something, I'll get it on video for you guys. And yeah, let's see what happens. Catch you in a bit. Right, I thought I'd quickly show you how I do my zig rigs. Now, it's nothing revolutionary. A zig is a zig, but let's fix this mic, sorry. Okay, so I don't do a massive amount of zig fishing. I do like it when I catch a fish on the zig. You feel like you've gone to the effort of making them all, and yeah, it's nice to get one on. Right, so what I've got here is size 6 chod claw hooks, the Nash ones. and I'll just do basic knotless knot. I'm not even trim off that tag piece. Obviously you can mess with the colours of these, doesn't really matter to be honest with you, but everyone says black seems to be the winning colour, so I always use black with a red zig liner, which is a shame my eyes have gone in it, so obviously you need to moisten down the hook to get this to slide on, because they are a bit fiddly, very fiddly actually. Right, as you can see with the choddy hook, it gives it a nice angle on that zig liner there. There you go. And then basic bits, a little bit of zig foam. What I do with my zig foam is I get a very thin baiting needle, come down about a quarter of the way and push it all the way through, okay? And then I get a bit of elastic, and I just hook it onto a baiting needle, and then I push it through, all the way through, pull it through, so you'll end up with a loop on one side, and all you do then is just snip the loop. I'm not sure how much this is focused, and as you can see, as if by magic, it looks like we've got a bit of a fly going on, see? And then I'll pop that in the zig. You always use one of these zig foam tools, they're really handy. Pop it through and then just tease the zig liner onto the foam. And that is how I do my zigs. There you go. Look at that. Absolute beauty. What fish is going to turn that down? Looks like a beautiful little fly for him to eat. And that's it. Very, very basic, simple little thing. But I do believe it catches me more fish on zigs. I'll say if you're not confident in zig fishing, maybe try something like that. It might just do the trick for you. And the main thing with zig fishing is when you're casting out, the thing that people hate most is the fear of tangles. But I never ever have a zig tangle. As long as you cast out, stop the spool just before it hits the water, and you should see two splashes, one with the lead and then followed by the zig hitting the water straight after. By stopping the spool, it flicks the zig foam forward and stops any tangles. And hopefully that'll do me the business today. Let's get it out there. Bish bash bosh. Let's have a nosser in the bag. Right then, it's not a tutorial at all. If you want to watch how it's done properly, watch the professionals. But that's just a little neat trick that I use. Like I said, I don't do a lot of zig fishing, but when I do, these little things I think give you a bit of an edge. Might turn a fisher's eye. You never know. You just never know. There's no harm in trying these extra little bits. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to get some food on. It is 1:30, and I've only really got set up fairly recently. Like I said, had a couple of problems with the deeper. Didn't really want to go leading about. So, but now we're sorted. 2 zigs, 1 on the deck, a tiny amount of bait, and we'll sit back. I'm going to have some sausages. I'm sure the dog is after a sausage. We'll have some food, and then hopefully we'll have fish to show you a little bit later. But yeah, absolutely delighted to be back out. Didn't sleep all night because I was so excited. I'm sure I'm not the only one that gets excited for fishing, but yeah, great to be back out. And yeah, lots coming up for the year, but we'll go through that a little bit later. Catch you in a bit. Folks, no updates. No touches on the rod, absolutely zero. Sun's going down now over the back of the camera, and yeah, it's gone a little bit chilly. Lucky, got my catchdry coat on, and it's keeping me nice and warm. The dog's in the bed with my other coat, so he's nice and snug as well. And yeah, not a lot to tell you. I've been out with the bait boat. Well, first of all, I led it out around about 17 wraps, I think it is, 16 and a half, 17 wraps. Found a nice clear spot out in front of me. A little bit of gravel, a little bit of silt, very clean. And I've stuck the boat out there, put a tiny bit of bait. I haven't put a rig on it yet. Put a tiny bit of bait out, and as soon as it starts getting dark, I'll probably stick a rig on there, a little bit more bait, and keep it out there for the night time and see if the fish get their heads down. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to leave the other two zigs out for the night. I'm not really sure. This is the problem with zigs. You always feel like without a better bait there, you're going to struggle. But you know, this time of year, when we've got sort of, you know, cold weather, the sun comes up, and the fish want to get warm. You know, they're going to be up in the upper layers, but at night time, I'm not sure what they do, to be honest with you. I don't know whether they go back down the bottom. I'd imagine they go back down on the, you know, on the deck. But I'm not putting a lot of bait out. Literally just a small handful, probably 10 boilies around it, and probably 10-15 pieces of corn, just enough to nick a bite. You know, these fish are not on the feed at the moment. They're looking to warm up for spawning, so just enough to nick a little bite and not put them off. So yeah, that's it, folks. Just going to chill out. I'm going to stand and keep watching the water. I've only seen one show, which is probably directly out in front of me, around about 60 yards. Only a small carp, just rolled, but that's the only sign I've seen, which is a good sign, I suppose. So yeah, going to cook some food in a bit and relax, have a couple of beers, watch some YouTube, and that's it for the night. I'm hoping I'll be able to come back to you with an update with the fish in the bag, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, nice and comfortable, warm. Don't forget, folks, if you want a catchdry coat, get over to the catchdry website, put in the code BEZZA and you'll get 10% off. And we've got some new products coming up for this year. Anybody who went to the Big One show, you probably have seen some of the products there on the stands, but I didn't manage to get there myself. So yeah, there's going to be some new products coming for the summer, some lighter weight coats, etc. And as I get them through, I'll obviously do a video and do a review. Fleece lined, beautiful, nice and warm, and yeah, it's just really comfy coat. I have worn it out in the rain actually now. Took the dog for a walk, wore it out, and it absolutely hammered down, and the rain just beads off the jacket. It doesn't soak in like my Fox one. It literally just beads off and falls off it, and you just give it a shake and it's dry again. So I'm really pleased with it. I've had it now 6 months and I absolutely love it. A lot of people are starting to buy them now, so yeah, get yourself over to the website, 10% off. And so that's it, folks. I'll have a look, let you have a little look at the water and see what we're doing. So yeah, so this is the lake. This is where where I was with Badger the last time I was here. Well, on this side of the lake, had about 7 fish out. Lovely clear water, and there's loads of fish to go out in here. But last time I was here, I fished on the far side, and I was sort of casting out into towards the middle of the main bowl. That's usually where the fish hang out. But I've got the wind pushing in here, probably about 20-25 mile an hour winds pushing in here for the next 3 days. And my thoughts are, as this is shallow, we've got the sun up high, they're going to be looking to get warm, so I'm hoping that they do push across this way. Hence why I've got the zigs fairly close in, and the left rod probably about 40 yards out, just as it shelves off down the bottom, 10 foot, a little bit of bait. But it's not a spot I planned to stick on. That was just to try and get a bite if the fish come over. I am going to stick that left rod right out, 17 wraps, out to that spot with a bit of bait for this evening. Right then, we're about to lose the light. So tonight's dinner is going to be that. And that's it. No, I'm only kidding. Also got in here some beautiful meatballs. We got some Lloyd Grossman tomato and chilli sauce, and a little bit of cheese. Meatball pasta, beautiful. There we go. Starting to lose the light. Time to tuck myself in a bit. And it is just gone 6:05. Fingers crossed for a bite in the night. And there we have it. The final product. Some cheese in there, some nice meatballs, pasta. Yes, Peruvians. Oh yeah. Let's have some of that. Wash it down with a little bottle of San Miguel. And the dog has to get in on there. Good boy. They're nice. Hey, that's better than your food, isn't it? Yeah. Good boy. Folks, little update is there's no fish. However, little tip for you. If you've got a ridge monkey pan, I use it as my little wash up bowl. Put all the knives and forks in there, plate, wash up, and then I wash the saucepan after. Bish bash bosh. On the zigs. That is an absolute beauty. Let's have a look. Yes, lovely scaly banger that is. Right. 24.5 minus the sling. Look at that for a stunning Bluebells scaly mirror. Caught on a 7-foot zig, about 60 yards out, and I'm more than happy with the first fish. Happy to be off the mark, and yeah, hopefully there'll be more to come. I'm going to come off the deck now, get probably two rods on the zig, leave the one on the deck, and see if we can get any more. Boom! Check that out. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Spin around and look at the other side. Now we have the other side. Wow, absolutely gorgeous. And I'm over the moon to be off the mark. Beautiful. Come on then. Go and tell your bigger brothers that Beza is here. Off you go. Look at that. Keyboard. Excellent. Yes, come on baby. That's the first one in the bag, and I'm over the moon. I did move that zig this morning, had nothing on it all night, and I chucked it out a little bit further, probably another 20 yards, and yeah, within 20 minutes or so, it took off. A little bit hairy trying to get it in with the zig on, and it was going underneath the other two lines, so I had to keep the tip down lower. Hopefully it came back. I was going to just lift the rods up and chuck the other rod underneath it, but I thought we'll just keep it low. As it shelves off here, that should go back under the line, which is what it did, thankfully. So no mishaps. Didn't really get many good pictures, so I'm going to have to screenshot them from the videos. It's difficult to do it when you're on your own, so and the fish was out the water long enough, so I didn't want to keep it and stress it anymore. So yeah, absolutely over the moon to have a fish, and it means this trip is not a blank. So what I'm going to do now, the baited spot that I put out 17 wraps, I'm going to bring, I might just bring all three in, stick zigs on all three of them, out into the middle, and hopefully that'll bring in a couple more fish, and then we'll go back on the deck this evening. I mean, will I? I don't know. This is the trouble with zigs, isn't it? Do you leave them out for the night? Do you put them out, leave them out all day? I just don't know. I don't know. I can't make my mind up. It just doesn't feel right. I've got to have something on the deck just in case. So maybe tonight, chuck them out a bit further and have 2 zigs out and 1 on the deck with a bit of bait. That's probably the best way to go. And we'll see. Them fish are definitely up in the upper layers, trying to warm up. So yeah, more of the same. 7-foot zig. I've got 3 made up ready. So I'll just bring them rods in. 3 on the zigs today, and then we'll change it up later on. So it wasn't actually massive, but you know what? When they look as stunning as that fish, you know what more do you want? So it's bigger ones to come, I think. Let's wait and see. Keep on. I'm going to move that camera because it's bouncing on the video. Bear with me. That is the deadly zig rig. Bit of marker elastic on there. Looks like a lovely little fly for the fishies. Let's see if we can get a couple more on the zigs. I'm going to move that, like I said, because it really is. Eats better than me, that dog does. Right then, quickly going to show you. Bloody hell, that's windy. Going to show you what we do with the boilie. So that is my bait, and I know we're not catching on bait on this session, however it's always made up just so I can put a little bit on the spot. You can see the little oil on the top of there, that is the flat spot. Just a few things to show you. That in there is absolutely beautiful. You can see that toffee coloured liquid. It sort of started to congeal at the bottom now. I'm going to mix up, get it stirred. So for this trip I've used shelf life only, and the only reason for that is that I don't know whether the fish are going to be on the feed or not, and I don't want to be bringing out freezer bait and having to throw it away. Chances are I'll have to throw this away, but it's only 3 kilo shelf life, so there you go. So what have I done with it? 3 kilo of Parker Baits OG fruit and nut 10 millers. Putting some lake water into the bucket, and then I've added some of the new liquid food, tiger nut. Added that to the water, swirled it round till it all sort of mixes with the water, and then added the 3 kilo boilie along with, no, sorry, it wasn't that one I used, it wasn't the tiger nut, it was this one, the roasted peanut. That's the one I've used. I've not used it before. It's the new range of liquid food. Parker Baits are finished with the sauce now, so it's going to be these liquid foods. So yeah, they smell amazing. We're going to see how they go. And then obviously I've glugged the whole thing in a little bit of flat spot, just to give me some indication when the fish are feeding on the bait, or if they are. So, and then we go with Parker Baits, and I have on this occasion, my stickers come off, but on this occasion I've gone with the yellow pop-ups because they do like yellows on here. So anything that's been on the baited spot, I've gone with the yellow pineapple fluoro pop-ups. And I've also put a little bit more, added a little bit more of the flavour in there. So that's it folks, that's the way I do the boilies sometimes. You want to get them soaking on that liquid food, we sink straight to the bottom, stuck on all the liquid, and also stops it taking on the water from the lake. You don't want that silty water soaking into your boilies and giving it a hangover. These are fully soaked now and they will not take on any more water. So there you go, that's what I've done with the boilies on this occasion, just in case the fish were interested in a bit of bait. If they're not, then it goes to waste. Bosher. There you go folks, if you want a bit of Parker baits, get over to the website, join the wave and put in the code BEZZA, you get 10% off your first order. And if you've not used that, where have you been? Boom. Right then, let's see if these 10-foot zigs work and let's watch the dog have a crap. That means I have to get up and clean that up now, boy. Always clean up after the dog. Where's his dog? You threw you so quick. Hey? Only just Right then folks, that's it. I'm going to kick back now, put this bait away. Oh, when I've been putting the bait out as well, I've been putting in only a very, very small amount of the Parker bait, hemp and corn. Most of that has gone to the swans. I've been feeding them. I don't like it when they're on my spot, but I don't mind them. There you go, so I've been putting literally just a very, very small handful with a few boilies over the spot, and that's it. So if you want some particle, get over there, Parker baits, push. Been a bit blowy today. Fed these little shits. Never had a belly full of corn. And I've chucked some bait out on that same spot as I had. The same spot that I had last night. Not too much, a couple of handfuls. Yeah, a couple of, in. Leave the swans alone. Yeah, a couple of handfuls over that spot. I'm going to stick one rod on it tonight and leave a couple on the zigs. Now the sun's going down, that wind is gone a little bit cold. So won't be long before I start packing up. I think I'm going to have a brew, go and chill out for a bit and then start packing up, getting everything to the bivvy for this evening. I don't trust leaving anything out at night time, especially that. Might go walkies. Right then folks, no fish, no more since this morning. So yeah, there's not really a lot we can do. Rather up in the layers. This is the problem. What do you do? Do you stick with the zigs at night time or do you come down on the deck? I'm just not sure. So I'm going to go with one on the deck, two zigs, and see if we can nab one in the night in the upper layers. Ooh, that wind's getting a bit cold now. Catch you in a little while. Right then folks, I'm going to pull these zigs in and cast them in a little bit closer. The wind's pushing into this this side of the bank now, and the sun's up in the sky, so my guess is that the fish have pushed in closer. I know I got that fish, but I was much further out, so I'm going to bring all three zigs in a little bit closer. Hopefully I can pick some off nearer the bank. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I've pulled that out. I've just noticed a knot in the line. I'll get that out first. Right, I've managed to sort out the little knot, and I apologise for this wind because it is mental. I'm going to get this zig out now and as you can see, the wind is pushing into here, and this is exactly why I made the effort to put 2 barrow loads of stuff to the other side of the lake, and I could easily have chosen to park right next to the swim on the other side, but with this wind, this is where I want to be. So there we go, we're only about 40 yards out roughly. What an absolutely beautiful day. It is lovely. First week in March, sunshine, but it does drop cold in the evenings, really cold. Right, slightly shorter zig on this one. I think this is the 6 footer, and the other 2 are 7 foot, I think. So, yeah. Actually helped me keep the thing off the floor, to be fair. There we go, 2 lovely splashes. Do you know what? I think the lead. No, I didn't. I thought I ejected the lead then. No harm in casting out again with a zig. Just goes to show that there's no tangles. Yeah, that'll do me there. Nice and close in. I really do think the fish are going to push into this side. When I looked at the weather before I got here, I had 3 days, fairly strong winds into this bank. South facing bank, and I knew the sun would be on these shallow parts pretty much all day long. And don't get me wrong, I really wanted to fish and have a swim right next to my car, but I honestly didn't think I'd catch that side. But sometimes you've got to put in a little bit of effort. Sorry about this wind, it is quite strong, this wind is. It feels like it's snagged up in something, this does. And I've got these new Nash R4s, which eliminate any false indications from the wind. Oh, it is blowing. There's got to be some fish coming in this way, got to be. There we go folks, all 3 rods back out again, much more closer in. I think when I was out there I was probably in 14 foot, 14, 15 further, I don't know to be honest, I didn't completely plummet. But when I had the boat out there it was around about 14, 15 foot. Brought it in now, all 3 zigs, and they're probably in around about 10 foot or 10, 11 foot or something like that. So let's see if them fish are pushing across. They should do with this wind. It's a nice warm southerly wind and it's whacking into this bank here, so you never know. Right, let's go and get some food on, and hopefully we get another nosser in the bag. Catch you in a bit. Right then, it's time for a little snack. Not sure what I'm having for dinner tonight, but check that out. Doner kebab pot noodle. The food of champions apparently. Let's see how this is like. I'll let you know. Not sure about this. Doner kebab. Oh, smells a bit doner kebabish. We'll soon find out. Dirty fork in there, look, there's a dirty fork. Folks, tucked up in the bivvy, thought I'd have a quick chat and let you know what's coming up in the next few weeks. So yeah, it's, what time is it? Just gone 7:30. I've been in the bivvy now probably an hour and a half because we lost the light and it's gone pretty cold. And the wind that's coming in is coming straight in the bivvy, so I normally keep the bivvy door open, but I've had to close it up a bit because it's a bit too Baltic. Got my little friend here for the night. Yep, that is my hot water bottle. if you've got bad circulation in your feet like I have, that there is a godsend. It's piping hot. Keep it in the bottom of the bed. It keeps me toasty for the rest of the night. The rest of me is fine, it's just my feet. So we'll chuck that in there, warm the bed up. And yeah, my bed's warm anyway. I've got the Fox Duralight, but just underneath the sleeping bag I've also got one of the Avid memory foam mattresses, and I keep that in there. That's it, stays, and it makes it a little bit heavier, but it's very, very comfy. So yeah, so I'm not going to be cold. Yeah, so been in the bivvy about an hour and a half. No signs of any fish. There's been a couple of touches on the rod that's on the deck, but that's it. No takes or anything. So I'm not sure if that deck one's going to go, if I'm honest. It was a nice spot that I found, but I think the fish are, if they are on the deck, they're going to be more over to my left in the deeper water, where it's about 18-20 foot. But yeah, we'll wait to see in the morning. Still 2 zigs out, so we've got a chance. Let me just look at the calendar, see what we've got coming up. Right, so back on the syndicate, 2nd of April. 2nd of April on my new ticket. It's the same club, but I'm on one of the easier waters, I'd say. The one that I was on, that you see me on quite regular. It's a very tough water. It's a great place, great fishery, great lake, but that particular lake you need to put the time in. And because I don't get out as often as I'd like, it's just not going to be the lake for me. I've got to admit that it's too difficult. I've had 2 seasons on there, and I've had 2 or 3 fish out, but I just haven't put in the time. You need to be there pretty much week in, week out. So I opted to come off to one of the other lakes on the complex, and hopefully that'll be a little bit easier. Not saying it will be, but I'm hoping it will be. The other thing is as well, my mate Andy, he's got a ticket on there, and so it means that we can both do a couple of socials and whatever. So that's 2nd of April. That'll be the next time out after this. Monday, I'm going to pick up my rods from Calvin Harris. I'll show you them when I get them. Can't wait for that. And then 2nd to the 4th of April on the syndicate, on the new water. And then at the end of the month, in fact 1st of May, I'm off to Lux Lakes. It's a new lake down in Wales, and I've got the opportunity to fish it with my mate Nick. Going to be the first ones on there, amongst some other anglers as well. So I'll do a vlog of that. That's the first weekend that it's open. If you hadn't had a look, it looks mint. Have a look on the website, Lux Lakes. I think it's Luxe Lakes down in Wales. I'm sure that's going to become a popular venue. So that's on 1st of May, and then the following week, 10th of May, off to France. We're off to Winters Lake, down in Brittany, for a week with Badger and Andy. So that's it. That's all that's in the diary for now. I can't think of anything. I haven't booked on any of the socials with Parker Baits because every time they pop up, you don't get a lot of time to book on them, and I have to go to work and request the time off, and it takes days. And by the time I've done that, I come back and the tickets have usually gone. So working shifts, it's not ideal. But I will try and get on another Parker Baits social in the near future. I'm not going to do biscuit of the week because that wouldn't be right. But I'll put my favourite biscuits that way up. You cannot beat a hobnob or a whole pack. Favourite biscuits. So I've just come in. People are talking about their favourite food on the bank lately. I keep seeing it all over social media. Last night you've seen I had the pasta. That's the first time I've cooked that with the meatballs. My favourite food on the bank will probably be steak. If I cook a nice steak on the bank, then I'm happy. However, the food that I always cook, and I literally eat it non-stop because it's easy, no mess, is ham and cheese toasties. I just bring packets of sliced ham, sliced cheese, and make toasties for lunch, for dinner, and I really enjoy them. No washing up, the pan doesn't need cleaning, nice and easy. But every now and again I do fancy cooking, so it just depends. So that's it, folks. You've probably seen on my socials the new Parker Baits Show Special Wafters. There they are, Parker Baits Show Special Wafters. They were for the big one show, but I think they're available at the Parker Bait store now. And look at the colour of them. They are really, really something nice. I haven't used them yet. I haven't used them on this session, but I tell you, talk about fruity mulberry. Absolutely smell lovely. I've never used a purple hook bait before, but you know, who's to say it won't work? Got to try them, ain't you? So yeah, I'll give them a go. And that's it. Buddy's in his bed. He's sleeping down there inside my catchdry coat. It's absolutely perfect for that. I'll put it on his bed and wrap him up in it. And then every morning he looks up at me about 5:30 in the morning and then climbs into the end of the bag. So I had a visitor this morning. My little Robin came in, landed on the bed. I was as surprised as he was when he landed on the bed and looked at me. I looked at him. Anyway, then I put my hand up when he flew up onto me, sat on my hand for a bit, and then realised he needed to get out. So he flying around trying to find a way out. Really finally managed to get through the side of the door. So yeah, nice. And that's it, folks. I'm going to go and probably watch a film now on the iPad. I've got a couple of films downloaded. The signal down here is terrible. Can't watch YouTube. Struggling to upload stuff onto socials and what have you. So I've got a couple of films downloaded onto the iPad, so I'll be able to watch them now. So I'm going to kick back, have a cup of tea. First cup of tea of the day. I've gone on to coffee for some reason. This last few months, just keep drinking coffee. Oh, yes. So, cup of tea, biscuits, and then get my head down. Oh, that's better. Folks, good morning. It is Friday morning, and I've got 24 hours left to see if I can bag another fish. Very quiet night, not had one touch at all on any of the rods. So yeah, not sure what to do today. I mean, I've got a little bit of sun now, but most of the morning it's been overcast, and I think the rest of the day is going to be overcast. Pressure's really dropped now, so I'm not sure whether to keep the zigs out or whether to go on the deck. Just can't make my mind up, to be honest with you. I've got a bit of both going on. I am going to refresh the rods very shortly. They've not been touched since yesterday. Don't know. Might keep the zig out for a little bit longer and see how we go. Anyway, I wanted to come on and have a bit of a rant. It's not very often I have a rant, or a bit of a debate if you like, and I'd appreciate if you put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. But virtual doors, yes, I don't live here. I haven't got a front door. However, I've got a virtual front door. Yeah. So this bivvy here, when you want to approach it, you might want to say hello, morning, or something. If you're going to do that, it's not the done thing, but if you're going to, if you have to, just say hello before you get round the front of the door, would you? Because that would be great. And secondly, it doesn't happen very often. In fact, it's never happened down here at Bluebells. It's happened at Linear before, but never down here. We've got this little walkway. I'm going to quickly show you. I'll undo that so I can spin you around. That walkway there, it's not even a walkway, but in between the trees, just there, you can sort of get to the next swim, and same on this side, just through there you can get to the next swim. But that's not where you go to walk around the lake. You want to walk around the lake, that's your path there, round the back of the trees, all the way around the lake. And that's, you're having a walk round, that's what you do. You don't walk through those little trees in the front of the bivvy, in between the rods and the bivvy, and stick your head in and go, have you had anything, mate? Because it's not the done thing, it's not the right thing to do. So if you're one of them, don't do it, please. Yeah, I just can't get my breath. Why would somebody walk down that path in front of my bivvy, in between me and my rods, and throughout the other side, and actually ramble through the trees and the brambles to the next swim along where the other bivvy is? Three lads talking, you know. Yeah, I'll get you excited about going fishing, but have a little bit of etiquette and walk around the back of people's bivvies. So there you go, rant over. It's not really happen. Doesn't really happen down here at Bluebells. People are very, very polite usually, and yeah, you know, I don't get it. I mean, why do you have to ask of you? If you're going to have yes, you've got to go around the lake and do research and find out where the fish are. I get that. I understand it. Before you choose your swim, I get it. But you know, you don't go knocking people's bivvies, or not even knocking people's bivvies, just sticking their head in. You don't go disturbing people. If somebody stood outside on their swim and they look like they want to have a chat, then have a chat, well, by all means. You know, even I do that. So if it's you and you're the sort to do that, have a word with yourself. All right, that's it. Rant over. Thoughts in the comment section below. Am I out of order or what? Anyway, ignore the bed hair. I need a haircut, and yeah, have to make do. So, gonna have my coffee, refresh the rods in a bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to see what this sun does. If it stays out, I make it zigs on. But from the weather forecast that I've had today, it's going to be overcast for the whole day, and temperatures dropping to about 11 degrees, so a little bit cooler than yesterday. But we'll see. Nothing on the rods yet so far, but I'm hoping I'll get one more before I go tomorrow. One more. I'm still happy I've had one fish, but it'd be nice to have one more. Right then, finish this off and I'll catch up with you in a little while. Sorry for the rant, but I had to get it out there because it's done my bonds in, that has. Bye bye. Right then, had a bit of a switch up. I've decided to stay on the zigs. However, I was sitting in the bivvy thinking, I've put out a 6 foot, a 7 foot, and yeah, I've had one fish off it, but that doesn't mean that the fish are in those layers. I'm currently fishing out at around 14 foot, 15 foot of water. So I've decided to go up higher in the water, 10 foot zigs. I've got a 10 foot and an 11 foot zig out, and I've whacked them out probably around 16, 17 wrap mark. So not too far out, but as far out as I can get really, within my swim boundaries. And I've got one out, the one that was on the baited spot. I've pulled it in and I've chucked it out as a single, because it could be that they're not interested in the bait and the bait is putting them off. So stuck a single on, whacked it out there, and you never know, you might just pick up a bite just for having a single on there, so it's not so obvious. And that's it. It's absolutely glorious day. It turns out the sun has come out, although it's a little bit cloudy here and there. So the sun's sort of in and out between the clouds. But yeah, whenever you try a new tactic, you get this new lease of life, a new bit of confidence in you. But that'll slowly dwindle off as the hours go by and I still haven't had a bite. Question tonight will be, again, do I leave the zigs out overnight or do I not? I know people catch zigs at night time. I don't think I've ever caught at night time on a zig. No, I don't think I've had plenty on in the day on a zig, but not at night. I'll probably end up leaving them out, to be honest with you. Probably just to try it out. I mean, what have I got to lose? And that's it. Folks, I'm going to go and kick back now that I've done my rigs and done my bits and bobs. And got to feed the dog. So we'll go and get him. He hasn't been on the video yet. And here he is, my old buddy. My old buddy. He was asleep then, tucked up in my bed. And yeah, hey, you want some breakfast or lunch? You want some lunch? Got a problem with his eye at the minute. He's got a little ulcer. So he's struggling with his left eye, isn't he, mate? Hey, you want to go after the swans? The swans. Where are they? Kill. There he is, our bud. Say hello to the viewers. Say hello, bud. There they are in there. Look at them and go, hi. Can't beat bringing the dog out with you fishing. Good as gold he is, unless another dog comes past and he turns into an absolute lunatic, really. I'll put him back in his bed. What's this? Bud. Yeah. Ready. Okay. Ready. Ready. Come on then. Ready. Still no fish. Good boy. I ain't getting that. Thank you. And again. And again. Thank you. Ready. Had enough, folks. Apologies for the poor quality on this little clip. Back out with the iPhone, and it's gone dark. I'm having to use this light just to make it a bit better. So yeah, what time is it? It's only 6:30. Feels a lot later than that. I'm outside having a beer, and it's not too cold yet. It's not too cold. I think that cloud cover's keeping us a bit warm. So the update is there is no more fish. I've decided, after trying everything, zigs, a little bit of bait on the spot, I've tried everything I can think of really. Don't think the fish are on the bait, so yeah, it is what it is. I'll be off early in the morning, probably 9-10 o'clock or something like that. So I'm hoping that I'll come back to you tonight with an update, hopefully with a fish in the bag. Look at him in there. Look at him, fast asleep. So yeah, hoping to be an update tonight with the fish, but doesn't feel like it at the moment. Anyway, folks, please subscribe to my channel. I would be very grateful. I know I said it before, but there, just there, that little button just down there. It takes a second, don't cost anything. Click it, go on. Click it. I'll be very grateful. Like the video. And if I don't come back to you tonight with a fish in the bag, I'll come back to you in the morning with a brew before I pack up to go home. Adios. Folks, good morning. It's a very misty morning, and unfortunately the rods have been quiet overnight. I did have a couple of bleeps on the left hand rod this morning, which is the baited spot, but by the time I got to it, it stopped. So unfortunately no more action other than that one fish. Bud, go on. So yeah, I'm still happy it's not a blank. Tough conditions, not knowing what to do, whether to be up in the upper layers or down on the deck. I tried everything and managed the one fish, so I'm happy it's not a blank. So well, I'm going to end the video here, get the rest of this kit packed down, and yeah, head home. It's only an hour and a half away, so not too bad. So don't forget, folks, if you want one of these catch dry coats or any of the new products that are coming out, there's going to be some summer coats, some lighter rain jackets, trousers, stuff like that. So if you're interested, get along to the catch dry. I'm not just saying it, I absolutely love it. That is a quality jacket, you know, without the carp tax. It's really, really nice. So get yourself over to catch dry, put in the code BEZZA and get 10% off. Same with the Parker baits, get over there. It's the freshest bait in the game. Right, folks, I look like shit. I need a shower. I need to shave my beard, do my hair, and yeah, get ready for the week at work again. So I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, and until next time, I'll see you back on the bank soon. End of March, beginning of 1st of April, I think it is. Yes, new syndicate water, 1st of April. So I'll see you there when I'll be crewed up with Andy. Hopefully not next door to each other, but we'll see. Thanks very much for watching. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon.